Hey, welcome to week 3 of an SDR's journal. This has been an interesting week. I mean, each week is interesting and you learn something new every week. Um, but yeah, I'm recording this on a Saturday and I'm not gonna lie, I love this. I love recording these videos and yeah, it's just really fun. Like that's why I love making videos. Anything to do with video is just really fun that I find personally. But enough about me. The 3 lessons from this week. Number one, so when A/B testing, so like as someone like myself, like I'll just give you a bit of a background. Like I love trying new things and I love like experimenting and seeing what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. But the thing with that is that yeah, you want to like A/B test, but sometimes when you're A/B testing, there's two key things. One is you don't give yourself enough of a quantity or like enough of a quantity to actually like A/B test properly. And secondly is that you change too many variables. So when you're A/B testing, make sure you try to control for all your variables except for one. So for example, you're sending out you have 10 accounts to 5 accounts, you're sending out one type of email to 5 accounts sending out one type of email. Only changing one variable and then measuring for that is what actually A/B testing means. What I was doing as an example is like I would have 5 accounts here, 5 accounts here, and I was changing like 3 or 4 different things in like each email that I was sending. So let's say if out of these 5 accounts are doing way better than these five, I can't really attest what the success is to that because I have 3 or 4 things that I've changed in the email specifically. So when you're A/B testing, I made this mistake over the last couple of weeks, but make sure you control for all the variables except for one and isolate for that, so you know whether that's the reason why your reply rate is going up, your conversion rate is going up as such. Basic stuff, but I mean, I've been doing this for the last couple of weeks, so I thought some might benefit from this. The second thing, and this is like a mindset shift that I've had to have recently, where and like my relationship with the phones, with cold calling, um, has been getting a lot better, and I'd say a big part of that is realizing that the phones are not just for booking demos, or booking time on the calendar. Yes, that is a byproduct of you being good at the phones, but um, taking also getting any sort of information as a win. So for example, if I'm prospecting into an account, like I think I had like 3 or 4 cold calls in a day where I was prospecting an account and all of them were using competitors. But that information I would not have known um, hadn't it been for those calls, as an example. Otherwise, I would have been sending emails, LinkedIn messages for God knows how long. There was one account as an example where they'd signed like a 3-year contract and they were completely happy. That's great. If there's no pain there, we're not like I can't really do anything in that specific moment. But if there's no pain there and they've signed a 3-year contract recently, at least that way I know that I don't need to waste any more time on this account as such, at least for now. But um, the phones, like seeing, even getting any sort of information as a win when you're on the phones, I find to be that mindset shift that I've been taking has really helped me out personally to enjoy the phones a lot more. Compared to I think when I first started out as an SDR at Loopio, I felt like I was a lot more like I just put this pressure on myself that I need to book like a certain amount of demos every single week or a certain amount of meetings every single week when I'm on the phones, as an example. Um, so yeah, that's number two. The last one. This has been interesting. So this is a conversation I was having with someone recently where it's like it's important to figure out whether you're deriving more enjoyment from the day-to-day tasks as an SDR, or are you deriving more enjoyment from just the results, which is booking demos and quotas. Now, like we're in sales, like so let's take it back. Hitting quota is definitely like the most important thing in your role as such, or booking those demos. That is of course extremely important. That is a byproduct of the daily tasks that you're doing every single day. So I'm finding that for people that are succeeding in the role long term as such, they're able to derive enjoyment from the day-to-day tasks. And I find that that is a better long-term play compared to just that when I'm not booking demos, my mood is down. When I'm booking demos, my mood is up. So kind of deriving enjoyment from your day-to-day tasks as such, that is what I guess keeps you going in the long term. So for example, I personally, I've started to get really interested in like copy and like what kind of copy gets people to reply back, what kind of copy like entices people to learn more, as such. So like for me personally, it's like I'm always looking to like tweak stuff and get better and better. That goes back to the A/B testing part. But that's the part of the day that I enjoy the most, where I'm able to just make like small changes, whether it's a cold call script or whether it's a cold email script, and try something new out. And then when it works, it's like, that's incredible. If it doesn't work, that's fine. But those are the things that I really enjoy in the day. So making space for those things so that long term, I'm not burnt out, first off, and my productivity is higher, and I'm consistent. Because consistency, I mean, we all know as an SDR is the name of the game. You could have the best messaging in the world, you could have the best cadence or multi-touch sequence, but if you're not consistent, easier said than done. If you're not consistent, then yeah, you're not gonna. It's harder to succeed. So those are the 3 key learnings. As such, hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next week. Thanks.